now you're gonna take a motor 2, go to the gear section, take a motor 2, put it right here on the side like so. Then you're gonna go, and then this is what you're gonna set for your motor 2. You're gonna have backward as delete and then forward as G. Your speed at 1, your max torque at 500, your max angle at 90, your tolerance at 1. You make sure you have it in toggle, make sure you have it on servo. And after that, you can just, once you have that done, you can paint the motor. And then you go down to half block, so you put a half block right here, like that, like so. Go ahead and paint it, and then paint it, and then turn it to metal. And then you want to go down to the quarter wedge, put it right there, put one right there, and then you're going to want to put a quarter wedge right here, and then you're going to want to do another quarter wedge, like that, like that. And then you're going to go to the cylinders, and you're going to put a cylinder in the middle right there. And then the color for the landing gear is all 77, 77, 77. Paint that. Paint your quarter wedges accordingly. And then you're gonna go to the gear section, and then you're gonna go down to the pistons, and you're gonna put a piston here. And then your settings for the piston are going to be exactly like mine. You can change the keybind if you want. And then you want to go to the half blocks, and you want to put a half block, 2 of them right here, so 1, 2. And then after you have that, you're going to put another half block here, and then you're going to go to the suspension. You're going to grab a suspension, which suspension here on both sides. This is your settings for it. So go to half blocks and put 2 like that, so 2 right here, and then put 2 right here on both sides, just like that. And then you can make it metal, and then you can paint it, and then then you can also paint your landing gear, which is the number 77. And then you're gonna make that metal, and then you're going to turn the springs black, which is where you use a half wedge up, and you put it like this, and you flip it around, put it like that. And then you go to the gear section, go scroll up to the motor, just a regular motor, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn off powered, and then you're gonna put one right here and one right here. That's gonna allow you to roll. And then after that, you're gonna go down up to the cylinders right here at the cylinder, and you're gonna grab a 1x3 cylinder. I mean a 3x3 cylinder. Sorry, my bad. And then you're gonna paint that black, and then you're going to turn it fabric, and then you're going to paint your the color that it needs to be. Just double checking this one. That's why I did that. And then you'll turn that metal, those little things that's holding the motors and stuff. You'll turn that metal, and then and then there you go. You have your landing gear. So you're gonna go to the half blocks, and you're gonna grab a half wedge down, and you're gonna grab a 1x4, and you're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Perfect, just like that. And then you're gonna make it metal, and then you're gonna make it, and then you're gonna paint it green so it blends in with the plane. Because that right now it doesn't look like anything, and I know this would look cooler if this was green, but I ain't making it thick. But it doesn't really matter. And then you're going, like you said, now what we're gonna do is go to a half block, grab a half block, put it right here, and then extend the half block all the way to the very end of the cockpit, or to the very end of this half wedge down right here. And then actually you can extend it 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab a half wedge down, and then put it down like that. And if you do not have a So what you want to do is you want to take a normal block, and just put 3 of them like this, and then paint them green, and then you want to go all the way down to a round wedge in. Put 1, 2, so put 2 of those like that, and then go up to the block section and then put another block here. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make that metal, and then you're gonna want to make this brown, like so, because that's gonna be wood. If you want to go ahead, you can either do wooden planks or you can do wood, your choice. If you want to go ahead, if you want to go ahead and do that. But then you're gonna go down to the metal plate, which again, like I said, I'm used to using metal, so I'm gonna say it. And you're gonna put 2 plates right here, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's, how far does it go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then of course you're gonna turn this into its proper material, and then you're gonna paint it the proper color. It doesn't have to be the same color as mine, but it can be if you want it to be. And I'm just making sure it's right, that's all. I'm just making sure I didn't mess up. I'm gonna go and do this one. And then in the middle, you're gonna grab a trail, and you're gonna put the trail right there. And then you're gonna obviously turn off all of that. And then you're going to paint it black, and then you're gonna turn it metal after you've painted it black. And then you're gonna go to the glass section, and then you're gonna make this glass. Everything I'm making glass should be glass from your end. Okay, so after you've done said thingy thing, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's right. And then you're gonna skip one, and then you're gonna do this. Actually, you're gonna do, there you go. And then you're going to, okay, so there's the glass for that. And then you're gonna go to the make sure you did exactly what I did, which was 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4 glass going down like here, and then you're gonna skip one block, and then you're gonna make, and then the 2 blocks behind it are gonna be glass. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a half block, put it right here. You're gonna take a half wedge down, put it on the sides like that, on both sides, just like so. You're gonna go to a half wedge up, and you're gonna put half wedge up like this, and then you are going to take a half wedge down. We're gonna take a half corner wedge down right here, and put it on the sides like this, so they don't get stuck when, you know, so the hatch can open. So they have to look like this. And then you're going to take a half wedge down, and you're just going to extend half wedge down, and you're going to extend it to, like, I'd say all the way up to like right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I say 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I say 5. Alright, remember, yeah, it'd be 5, and then gonna want to grab a half block and fill that in with a half block. And then you're gonna take glass, and then you're going to make that glass, make this glass, glass, and then make these glass right here. And then all you have to do is make the parts that are default metal, like so. So it's very simple. Try not to mess up. It's okay, and if you do, that's okay. You can always go back and fix it. Oops, I did not mean to do that. And then now the color of your glass, you don't have to do the same as mine, but the plane's actual tint of the glass is actually pitch black. It's like it's not pitch black, but it's like it is dark, so it is like black. So I would recommend doing it if you want to have the full actual like filling of the plane, of the custom plane's fill to it. And then you could do a different kind of tint. You could do a bit lighter or a bit darker. Well, I don't think there's any color. Well, unless I don't know. You can do, or you can keep it normal. You don't have to change it at all if you don't want to. You can also, and then you want to go down to the plates, and you want to make sure that they're like this. And then you're gonna put 3 plates like this, and you do another 3 in a row like that, and you're gonna do another 3. Excuse me. And then you're gonna go up to the blocks, put a block here, and you're gonna do a block here. And then you're gonna grab a wedge. So you're gonna go down to the wedges, and you're gonna put a wedge right here. I'm gonna grab a block again. Do 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You spam me. And then you can paint it and turn it metal. Do what you gotta do. I'll catch up with you guys soon. And after you do that, if you don't have speakers, then just fill it up with a random block. But if you have speakers, put your speakers down here. Put 2 of them right there. You can take a block. Princess, please hush. Take a block, put 3 down like that. Put 1 in the middle. Half wedge down 1 by 2. Put it right there. Do a block, and then you're gonna do a full half wedge. And then you're gonna do another half wedge, and then another half wedge here, and then you're gonna do a block right there. And you're gonna do another block, and then another one. We're gonna do a half block like this. If I'm correct, am I correct? I don't know. I'm a wee bit tired right now. Trying not my hardest not to mess up. So yeah, we'll just do that. And then we're gonna take a half wedge down and do this. And then do the same thing on the other side. And then it should look like that, I believe. And then you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna wanna take this. You're gonna wanna grab a half wedge up, put it like that on that right there. And then you're gonna wanna do that. A block, I think 2 blocks actually, but like that. So it needs to look like that. What the block? Like that. Do 2 of them. And then you're gonna go to cylinders, and then you're gonna go down to the rod and put it right there, and then you're gonna grab we're not gonna worry about. Well, actually, yeah, we are gonna worry about the motor 2 right now. And then you're gonna grab a motor 2, flip it around, and make sure it's facing. Make sure the yellow part's facing inwards, like mine is. And you're gonna put it on both ends like so. And then this is this would be your on the left. This is how it would look. And then you have servo and toggle, tolerance to 1, max angle to 90, max torque to 1000, and then speed to 0.672. And then you're gonna copy that, and then you're gonna paste it on here, and then all you have to do is switch the keybind, and then boom. And then you're gonna grab a quarter wedge, put one down like that. We're actually gonna put one down on both sides. Then you're gonna grab a full half wedge, and you're going to put one on both sides. And then you're gonna grab a half wedge. I mean a quarter wedge. Sorry, a quarter wedge, and you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna do 8. No, maybe, I don't know. No, you're gonna do 7. How much was it? I don't know. And then you're gonna do, well, I do know, it's just, ow, I'm getting kind of to fall asleep. What's going on here? You're gonna do the same thing on both sides, I believe. Yeah, you're gonna do the same thing on both sides. And I'm half wedged down, and you're gonna do 1, 2. So you're gonna do 2 of those in the front, and then you're gonna do a half. You're gonna do a wedge, and you're gonna keep going. Wait, hold on. Something's not right. Oh, that's not right. Oh, that makes more sense. Sorry. Cut it back a bit short. There you go. So you want to make sure you have 3 wedges, and then you want to make sure you have 2 half wedge downs. Which I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm so sorry. Do that, and then yeah. Well, I'm gonna pause here for today. Actually, wait, no. Before we do that, then you're gonna take your pilot seat, and you're gonna put it right here in the middle, smackaroonie right here, I believe. Yeah, and then you're gonna take a middle trail. You're gonna cut this off, and then you're gonna make it metal, because the trail's gonna be like your joystick. And then you're gonna paint this middle seat brown, and then you're gonna paint the seat 66, 66, 66. And then what you want to do is you want to spawn in to make sure everything works, because we got to make sure, we got to test everything. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the same thing that you did with over here, but the only difference is I guess what you're going to do is you're going to grab a wedge, put 3 of them like that, and then go up to the half blocks, and then grab a half wedge down, do that, and then you're gonna grab, I think you're gonna do another wedge like that, and then you're gonna grab a half wedge. No, you're gonna grab a half. Sorry, no, you're gonna grab a half wedge, a half corner. You're gonna grab a half wedge. You're gonna grab a half corner wedge down, and put it right there. And then I'm pretty sure, is it this one? And then you're gonna grab a half wedge down. I think it's a 1x2. No, it's a 1x3. You're gonna go 1x3 and put it right there, I believe. And then corner wedge down and flip it around and put it right there. And then you're gonna want to paint your bottom half. the proper color that you're using. It doesn't matter if it's the same color as mine, or if it's or if it's the color that you picked. It's your choice. Metal, if you haven't already. Glass, I'm gonna make this, and then this one right here, glass. So make this glass, because remember that's your bombardier sight. Or that's like the port, that's actually, they can make that black, and then you're gonna make this, just leave it, I mean, make it, you can make it white. Yeah, go ahead and make it white so you can see through it, so it's a little bit clear. Spawn it in, and then you're going to test your landing gear, make sure everything works properly, and if it... Alright, so now what we are going to do is we are going to fill up this we're going to patch up this hole right here with half blocks. So we're going to use half blocks, and you are going to, well, okay, don't fill up this one right here, so leave that empty, because we're going to put a compression block there. So we're gonna do exactly like this, and then we're gonna we'll keep going down here, and then we're gonna grab a half wedge down, and we're gonna put it right here. I'm going to take a compression block, put it here, and then we're going to go to the trail, put a trail, or before we put down a trail, click on the purple screwdriver, and then lifetime 0, transparency 0, power, toggle off, all of that, and then you can just place 1, 2, 3, I believe that should be correct. I gotta line it up. Yep, and then you'll put 1 on the bottom right there, and then you'll do the same side. You're not supposed to go there. And then all you have to do is go, and then you're gonna make it metal, and then you're gonna paint it. You're gonna paint the prop line red, by the way, or this red. And it's okay if you accidentally color the blocks behind it, you can just redo them. I recommend you have it on, I recommend you turn off powered for this. Place 1 down right here. You're gonna flip it around, do it like this. You're gonna flip it around up like right that. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that. So that right there. So far that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're gonna flip it back upright again. And you're gonna place it down, and then you're gonna flip it upside down again, like that. Place it down. Then you're gonna do the same thing again, flip it upright, and then again flip it back like that, and then you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna do that, and then you'll stop right there about that. But you're gonna make that metal, and then this is my favorite part. You are going to take a half block. You're gonna do 2 of them going forward, and then you're gonna take a half wedge down, and you're gonna put 3. And then you're going to go to the gear section, you're going to take a angle lock, and then make sure your angle lock is facing, make sure the building arrow is pointing towards the right. So pointing like this, and you're going to put it right there in the middle, and you don't have to change anything, well, besides transparent and can collide. So you want to make sure that you have transparent on and collide off. And then you're gonna want to do then you're gonna want to go down to the gear section again. See right here at the very top, ballast blocks. You're gonna grab a ballast beam, you're gonna put it right here, and then you're gonna make the density 30, and then you're going to half wedge down 1 by 3, put it right here, and you're gonna grab a half triangle wedge, put it on the sides of it, and then you're gonna grab a block, put a block here and put a block here, and then you're gonna grab a half block and put it like this, like so. And this is actually hurting my eyes. I'm gonna turn it metal real quick and paint it, because it's literally it's hurting my eyes because of the in-game sun. So and then we're gonna paint it. Painted that. You're gonna want to take the color 77, 77, 77 for red, green, and blue, if you guys are confused. And you're gonna take a block, put it here, paint that block. Then you're gonna take a cylinder, put the cylinder here, put 2 of them down, and then you're gonna take another block, put it out in front of it, and you're actually gonna make that one gray, the normal gray of like the plane. And then you're gonna take a half wedge, get that down, yes, a half wedge down 1x3, put it right here, and you're gonna go to get another block, and you're going to make like a little nose. So you're gonna go, so you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you gotta make sure there's nothing in there, and then you gotta put one right on top of it, and then you're gonna paint them, putting that one, and then you're gonna turn the metal, and you're gonna come down here, and you're gonna grab the paint for this thing. You're gonna paint that and turn that metal, and then you're going to grab a speaker right here, and then right next to the speaker, you're gonna, on both sides, you're gonna put a gun here, and then you're gonna put a gun here, a gun here, and then you're gonna take another speaker. Now if you don't have speakers, just put a block down where the speakers should be, okay? If y'all don't have speakers at all, then just put a regular block down there, okay? You're gonna go down to the guns, and that's not a gun, that's a motor. And then you're gonna go down to guns, and you're gonna put a gun here, and then put a gun here. And I usually I paint like everything, including the guns, so I'm gonna paint them black. Then you'll go down to the wedges. Brain, if I speed this if I speed up, then my viewers are not gonna be able to keep up. And then you're gonna put the wedges around like that, each side, and then color them, make a metal, and then we are going to go down up to the cylinders. Oh, past it, there it is. And then you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. So it's 4 cylinders. And then you're going to make a metal. Grab the color that's for it, or if you have a color for it, you can use your color. Again, like I've said before. And then you're gonna go to the gear section, and then right here see fireworks. You're gonna grab the fireworks. You're gonna put it on top, which will be the last thing for the cannon, and then we'll get the guns for the barrel. And then your firing button is gonna be R. Make sure your height is all the way at 20. And so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the trail. Make sure you turn off everything. So you're gonna want to go to the purple screwdriver. Trust me, you don't want to do it manually now, do you? And then you're gonna want to do, for the first half, you're gonna want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do 3 on both, and then in the middle you're gonna flip it around like this. You can do 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the trails black. You can either make a metal first, or you can start painting them and then turn a metal. Your choice. You shall be good. And now what we are going to do is we are going to